Hi! In this video I'm gonna talk about the game between a guy whose nickname is very difficult and Elgoran. So let's see. Okay, now it's okay for white, but white should also consider playing here to cut black, because he already has a big wall over here, which can help him in potential fight. So it would be very complicated, but favorable for white. But white chose the easier option. Okay. And now this peep. If white connects, then it's great. But we need to remember that we have a big hole here and this peep is not quite working with our wall. Sometimes if we have a wall, we don't know what to do with it, right? Because we have a wall and what next? What should we do? Sometimes it's okay to just leave this wall. Like, let it be, it will help us later. So, for example, black could just take another big point on the board, like here. And it's okay, and wait for later, this wall for sure will do something in the future. Because we can't just force it to do something. And like that, white can even cut us here. And what? If we cut, white has a lot of space here to escape with those free stones. So we are just looking for trouble by playing this peep. Okay, and still, this move is like we are trying to take some points from our wall. Maybe it also aims to cut white here, but as I said before, white has a lot of space to escape. So yes, white doesn't worry about this cut. And now white played here, but I think it's not the right side to play to this black group, because yeah, I understand white wants to cut these groups, but both of those groups of black are alive, so we are cutting two alive groups, which does nothing. So it would be better to instead play here. And now if black answers somewhere, it's great. And if he don't answer, for example, he will play here, then later on we can play here and capture this stone. And also by playing here, we prevent black from playing Atari here. So this move does a lot of things, because black needs to make his group alive somehow. And it's okay if he connects with this group, because he's crawling on the second line, he's taking like a few points, maybe 2, maybe 3, and what about it? Now white started a cow, but we don't want to start a cow if we can't gain anything from it. Like, now it's only creating problems for white. He could just connect, and if he plays here, maybe white was thinking about later capturing this stone, and black group would be not alive. But let's see. Black always can't connect here, just connect. We are playing cow, but like what happened next? Black captured, white played a co-threat, black answered, white capture, and black can just connect what happened actually in the game. So this code does nothing for white, and it can only benefit for black, because later on, for example, in this moment, black can just ignore this co-threat, capture, and it creates a lot of problems for white, because if white adds a move to his co-threat, black can just reinforce this group, and if white tries to capture this stone, black can play here, and it creates some problems for white, and there are still some edges over here, and white actually have not gained a lot. Okay. Now white is leaning on black's group and is trying to create a wall. But now white played from the wrong side. Let's see, we have two holes. We have a hole here and we have a hole here. And we want to build a wall. But we need to think which side we should choose. And white choose this side, but if black plays here now, white will not build anything with this wall. White will not attack or build something. This wall does nothing. And white just got cut by black. So maybe instead white could play here. And now, yes, black can also cut white. But white will be able to somehow escape with this group. White still has this connection over here, this option of connection. And now these stones are working quite well together. They are all connected, it's a strong group, and yeah, there are some cuts, but white should not worry about them. So it's better to play from this side, because here we can gain something, and like in the game, black just cuts and this wall does nothing. And also this group gets a little bit weaker. And also black has his way outside. Like, he's alive, but we could close him and now he's out. Okay. But now white should not answer. It's just one stone. And we should just play another big move on the board, right? Like here. And what? If black plays here, we Atari. And maybe here, and it's okay. Black is still trying to get some points from his wall, but you know how they say, first corners, then sides, then center. So I think we have some sides left. For example, black can play here, here. Both of those moves are quite good. This move here later on has a continuation to slide in white's territory. And other move puts some pressure on white's group. Aims to somehow attack this group. Put some pressure. Okay, now black played a move there. But now why here? Because it gives white possibility to lean on black and easier escape. And also, what if white tenukis? We will play how to add a move here as black later. Here, then this move looks a little bit weird, right? We would want it to be maybe farther, a little bit farther, like here. And here it's like very close. And by playing here, we don't put any pressure on white's group. we should just play here and build some territory here, because if white's Hane, we also Hane. He Hanes, great. This is all ours now. And we're happy. And maybe white escaped, but what about it? We have gained a lot. And now white took a big point. He left some hole over here, so black can invade. But maybe it's a good decision, because by now white is behind, so he needs to play a little bit more greedy. And black immediately invaded. And now white played from this side. He had to choose this or this. And maybe it would be better to play here, because it doesn't leave as much cuts. And yeah, black will live here somehow, but we will also live, and cutting from this side leaves us a lot of problems. Let's see. There's some ugly ko. And it's very bad for white. Like, I think at this point black could ignore any cofret, even this cofret. Just capture, and this corner is huge. But now connecting, it lets white play here, as he played in the game. And black could play here. And it leaves a lot of problems still for white. He captures, great, then we Atari. Oh, maybe even here, and all the corner is ours. And now we let white keep the corner. Maybe black just wanted to show some mercy for white, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, now white tries to reduce black's potential points in the center. But now playing here, it lets black cut white. And he... Like, white wanted to reduce, but he gave black even more. It would be... In this case, it would be better to play some shape. And there won't be any points for black here. And what white is scared of, like, if black cuts, white has a good shape, he will live somehow here. So there's no need to worry. And white is behind, he needs to do something. Okay. Now white reduces black, but he's not in a position to reduce. He needs to do some tricks. Like, now he just needs to cut and hope that something will work. Because reducing is not enough at this point. Once again, white jumped, but instead he could try to cut this one stone. See what happens. This move is very ugly shape. Because, let's see, black plays here, and now we need to answer. We play here, and we end up in gote. But if we played here, black can Atari, we capture, and now if black connects, he ends up in gote, and if he don't connect, later on, as white, we can capture this stone. So it is much better. Okay, I don't think later on anything interesting happened. So let's sum up. If we have a wall, we should consider starting a fight. We don't have to use our wall immediately. If we don't know what to do with it, we can just play another big point, and later on this wall for sure will do something. we don't want to play a cow if we can't gain anything from it, especially if our opponent can get something from it and we don't, so we don't want to play it then. When we are building our wall and we are choosing from which side we build it, we need to think about what will happen next and what we can or can't gain. Usually we don't want to build points from our wall. It's better to take a big point on the board. When we are losing, we need to try to do something crazy. Thank you for watching, and for those who managed till the end, there's a picture of my cat.